I decided, namaste, I decided I would expand a little bit on the Vajra Nirvana path, this path, the lightning bolt path to realization. That's what Vajra Nirvana Marg means, lightning bolt path. Okay. And the practice of Neti Neti, what it entails, what are the things to begin to question, look for when one has entered into witness state. Again, the witness state is when one is observing from the I am, the point of I am, okay? But in that moment when the mind first stills, begins to start its stilling process, this I am even feels like it's maybe not even in place, that there's just some observation taking place, okay? It's like the eyes are seeing, but there's no person there. But there is a person. It's called, again, witness state. Okay. So when this witness state takes place, one starts moving into that cognition, into that type of a starting samadhi. And then again, this goes into also if one's focal point is instead of this observation, if it's in the heart center, then that will start to expand into this great bliss mode. That can also take place at this point quite easily. This absolute bliss mode, and again, it's another samadhi state, a starting samadhi state that begins to take place. So when one is in this witness mode, the process of Neti Neti is beginning to really start questioning, what is this I? And start looking at, how thoughts arise. You watch, see where they come from, where they go to, what is giving them life, okay? How one's attention to it gives it energy. Look at how when some thought comes up, how it attaches to an emotion. What is that emotion doing in the form? What is the actualization of that emotion? How does it play out? How does it affect mind? How does it affect the seeing? Is it real? Is it not? Is it something that's coming up that has to do with past or projection into future? Does it really have to do with this moment in time? Okay, so these are the observations one begins to look at and question, and begins to cut those ties of emotionality and drama, and seeing exactly what it is that's taking place without being caught up in the revolving mind spin of the storyline, of the drama that keeps one engaged in that angst and turmoil or whatever it is one is going through. Okay, so this is when one can really begin on that cycle of starting neti neti, not this, not this. Okay, it's a very important point in the path. One has finally come to a point where the real work can begin. Okay, and if one has had kundalini, the awakening, and things are starting to really manifest with that, again, you can see how this rises and how it falls, and how things are brought up from the subconscious mind to be looked at and seen for what they are. All the fears one has held, all the mistaken notions one has had, all the ideations about religiosity and numerous things in your life will start coming up to be seen, questioned, observed, okay, and broken through. Okay. I think that in a lot of this is what happened with Krishnamurti, that he sat there and was observing what was taking place, okay, through the process of observation and not being caught up in the drama as it's happening, and therefore is able to cut those ties, those energetic ties of drama that continue to fuel this egoism of I, and eventually that egoism of the I will die out. Okay, it will implode into realization. Okay, but again, at this point, one is really coming to a great point of really starting their journey in earnest. So I'm very happy to see this is taking place, that people are continuing forward. Doesn't mean you stop your mantras or your other daily practice. One continues that, and it only helps to aid in the stilling process. So the COS, contemplation of self, has brought this to fruition of expansion, and eventually one may be ready for the in-depth mantras which begin to address the energetic cutting that needs to take place, these ties, energetic ties of ego. Okay, so let's continue forward on our journeys. Okay, namaste. Have a great day, everyone.